We've got a graph here of home appliances and how much electricity they use. You can see here on the y-axis we have appliances, and on the x-axis kilowatts per hour. So you can see, again, on the y-axis that computer monitors use about 100 watts per hour, whereas hair dryers use 1,200 watts each hour. And then again, here's the units displayed, so you can see which one uses the least, which one uses the most, and which are in between. Now, with that information in mind, if the cost of a kilowatt per hour were about 7 cents, what would be the cost of running the computer monitor for 10 hours? See if you can pause the video and solve that problem. Okay, let's go over how to find the answer. The first thing you want to do is figure out how much power a computer monitor uses each hour. So we go back to the bar graph and we see right here that it uses about 100 kilowatts per hour. So I'm going to say computer monitor is equal to about 100 kilowatts per hour, if this will work the way I want it to. Okay, now I have to figure out how many kilowatts I'm going to use, and that requires that I see how much time the computer monitor is going to run for. And in the problem here, it shows that it's going to run for about 10 hours. So I'm going to multiply the amount of power used in an hour times 10, because I'm going to have 10 of those hours. So 100 kilowatts are used in an hour, and I'm going to multiply that times 10 hours. And really, I should say 100 kilowatts times 10 hours equals, and that's a simple math problem, but you can use your calculator. 1 times 1 is 1, add the 3 zeros, and that's 1,000 kilowatts. Now, I haven't calculated the cost yet, so the final step is to take how many kilowatts I will have used if I were to run it for, if I ran it for 10 hours, and I'm going to multiply that times the cost for each kilowatt. So each one costs about 7 cents, and I'm going to multiply that times 1,000. So 1,000 kilowatts times 0.072. Okay, and again, you can use your calculator, but if I multiply that number times 1, it's the same, and then I'm going to move the decimal 3 places. 1, 2, 3, which is going to give me $72. You would solve the other one the same way. If I were to run the microwave for 7 hours, again, I'm going to write down how many kilowatts per hour the microwave uses, which is 775 kilowatts per hour. Now, pause the video here and see if you can solve the rest of the problem on your own. My next step would be to take the 775 kilowatts and multiply it times the total number of hours we're going to run it, which is 7. So I'm going to say 7 hours, and 775 times 7 comes out to be 5,425. I know because we've already done it 4 times today. And then my last step, by the way, that would be kilowatts. I'm going to take the total number of kilowatts that we would have used in that 7-hour period if we were to run the microwave, which we'd never do. But just assuming we've done that, we're going to multiply that times the cost, because each kilowatt costs about 7 cents. And we've got about 5,000 of them. So times 0.72. And that should come out to about $390.60.